In today's video, Sophia will tell you a story about how she struggled to learn English. You will learn some useful vocabulary and expressions that are commonly used in everyday conversations. Listen carefully. Our story today is My Struggle to Learn English. Sophia had always dreamed of living in an English-speaking country. Growing up in a small town, she found English fascinating yet intimidating. Sophia holds a big, thick dictionary, flipping through the pages filled with words. She doesn't understand. Her brow is furrowed in concentration. When she decided to move to the United States, she realized that learning English was essential. It was a daunting but necessary challenge. Excited yet nervous, Sophia enrolled in a local language school. She hoped to find a welcoming environment and a supportive teachers. So number 1 is fascinating. It means extremely interesting or charming. For example, I found the whole movie fascinating. Number 2 is intimidating. It means frightening and make people lose confidence. For example, she can be very intimidating when she is angry. So number 3 is furrowed. It means off the forehead or face marked with lines or wrinkles. For example, his furrowed face lit by a warming smile. Number 4 is daunting. It means making you feel slightly frightened or worried about your ability to achieve something. For example, tomorrow he faces a slightly less daunting challenge. Number 5 is enrolled. It means officially registered as a member of an institution. For example, they want to enroll their children in their local school. Now the story begins again. On her first day, she entered a vibrant classroom filled with students from many different countries. The diversity made her feel both excited and apprehensive. As the teacher began speaking, Sophia struggled to keep up. The speed of the language was overwhelming and she felt lost. After class, she met Maria, a kind classmate from Brazil. Maria had been in the country for a year and offered to help Sophia. Grateful for Maria's support, Sophia felt a little less anxious. They exchanged contact information and planned to study together. Every weekend they met in a local park to practice English. Maria encouraged Sophia to speak freely without fear of mistakes. Sophia practiced vocabulary and pronunciation with Maria. Sometimes she stumbled over words, but Maria was always patient. As the weeks passed, Sophia faced many challenges. Learning English felt slow and frustration often crept in. To improve, she began watching English movies with subtitles. It was a fun way to learn, even if she didn't understand everything. At first, she found it difficult to catch the jokes and cultural references. However, she enjoyed the stories and the excitement of the film. Maria suggested they attend a local community event. Sophia was nervous but excited to practice speaking with native speakers. So number 1 is vibrant. It means energetic, exciting, and full of enthusiasm. For example, the city is youthful, vibrant, and exciting place. So number 2 is diversity. It means physical abilities or qualities. For example, personal diversity includes religion, geographical location, and educational background. Number 3 is overwhelming. It means very intense and hard to deal with. For example, the temptation to have another glass of wine proved overwhelming. Number 4 is stumbled. It means to find or learn about something unexpectedly. For example, I stumbled upon this book by chance. Number 5 is crept in. It means annoyed or less confident because you cannot achieve what you want. For example, as she became more tired, errors began to creep into her work. Now the story begins again. Encouraged by her success, Sophia sought more opportunities to speak. She decided to volunteer at a local shelter, helping others in need. Each conversation at the shelter, though challenging, helped her improve. She began to feel more comfortable using English in daily life. However, not every experience was positive. One day during a class discussion, she mispronounced a word and some classmates laughed. The laughter stung, making her question her abilities. She felt embarrassed and wondered if she should keep trying. That evening, she confided in Maria about her experience. Maria reassured her, reminding her that everyone makes mistakes while learning. They agreed to practice even harder. Sophia realized that setbacks could be motivating, not discouraging. With this mindset shift, she embraced her mistakes as part of the learning process. Months later, Sophia noticed her progress. She could hold longer conversations and understood more of what she read. One day, while reading an English book, she came across a quote that resonated with her. Every expert was once a beginner. Motivated by this quote, she started journaling in English. At first, her writing was simple, but it gradually improved. In class, Sophia grew bolder. She began asking questions, sharing her opinions, and participating more actively in discussions. Her classmates became friends and they formed a supportive community. They helped each other with their studies and celebrated success. Her language partner, Tom, was friendly and patient. They met weekly at a cozy cafe, enjoying their conversations over coffee. One afternoon, while chatting with Tom, Sophia mixed up two similar sounding words. Instead of feeling embarrassed, she laughed it off. So, the number one is tongue. It means the action of or noise produced by laughing. For example, she is stinging on her mistakes. Number two is confident. It means to tell something secret or personal. For example, he confided to her that his hair was not his own. Number three is embraced. It means to take an opinion, policy, or practice as one's own. For example, she saw them embrace on the station platform. Number 4 is bolder. It means fearless before danger. For example, he is bolder than the shy boy I remember from elementary school. Number 5 is cozy. It means being comfortable and warm. For example, the room was warm and cozy. The end.